Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the 2019 Legion AA State Tournament. Chris Stratton at Dealer Park in beautiful Billings, Montana. We've got the 10th game of the tournament set to go here. It's a win or go home, the Billings Scarlets and the Missoula Mavericks. Let's go ahead and meet the teams. For the Scarlets, who are the designated visiting team, Brooks Rohr will be at third base to lead off the order. Logan Meyer is in center field. Andy Larson is the pitcher. Jaron Wilcox will catch. Corey Brownson will be in left field. Colby Kimmett in right. Aaron Seward will be holding down first base. Caden Dowler will be at shortstop, and Nate Dewar is at second base to round out the order. Andy Larson on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. For the Missoula Mavericks, leading off their order is the center fielder, Brendan Hill. Dane Frazier will hold down right field. Trad Richardson's at short. Bridger Johnson hanging out in left. Charlie Kerrigan will hold down first. Stuart Long is your designated hitter. Drew Stensrud at third base. Andrew Clausen is the wall behind the plate. And the second baseman, Dayton Bay, will round out the order. It'll be Zach Hangus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for this game. Win or go home. Our first game today was a win or go home game, and the Lethbridge Elks would take out Helena 4-1, so the Elks move on for tomorrow. We're down to 6. Tomorrow we'll be down to 4, and Wednesday it's 2 on the championship. We've got the lineup being announced for the Mavericks right now.
Missoula Mavericks are coached by Brett Hathaway, Thomas Kaiser, Brian Lozier, and Trevor Subbett. Your umpires for this game, at the plate, Ron Prokop, at first base, Bob Allen, and at third base, Craig.
They're going to announce the
And now, players, if you would, please
the
face the stand and repeat
code of conduct.
Code of sportsmanship after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Let's play ball.
Alrighty, we are set to play ball here at Dealer Park. Missoula Mavericks, Billings Scarlets. Winner continues on in the 2019 AA Legion Baseball Tournament. We've got the A tournament going on over in Florence, Montana, and our friend Coleman Caton is over there calling that game for you on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We get set to go here. Hangus on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound to start things off for the game. Our officials for today's game. Behind the plate, Ron Prokop. Bob Allen is down the first base line, and Craig Barbie is at third. Hangus getting the warm up here. Mavericks falling to the Royals last night in a heated game, 5-2. Scarlets getting the win over the Lakers yesterday to continue in the tournament. So each team with a loss on the tournament. It's 2 losses and you're out throughout this tournament. Hangus is ready to go on the mound, so that means that we're ready to see Brooks Rohr to lead our game off here in Billings. Final game of the night is at 7 p.m., and that will be the Bucks and the Royals, the only game that will not be win or go home today. So we're set for our first pitch. Hengis will deliver, and it'll be over the plate for strike one. First pitch is at 3:58 p.m., folks. 0-1 on the count. Logan Meyer in the on-deck circle. Here's the first pitch, or the next pitch in, I should say, over the plate for strike two, so 2 pitches in. Rohrer will let it roll by. For the Scarlets, their trip into the tournament, or through the tournament here, as we get ball 1 and 2 on the count. And Hengis will tag the batter, and the Scarlets will have a runner at first off the hit by pitch. Brings up Logan Meyer for the Scarlets. 1 on, no outs, top of the first. Meyer in center field. So for the Scarlets, they come in as the number 7 seed in the tournament. Here's the pitch by Hengis, and it'll be rocked into left field. Bridger Johnson will have the bead on it, and there's one away on the line drive to the left field.
The pitcher, number 18, Andy Larson.
So with 1 out, 1 on, we come to Andy Larson, the pitcher for the Scarlets in today's matchup. Hengis will stretch and set. And he goes to first. So for the Scarlets, the number 7 seed, they would face the Bozeman Bucks, number 2 seed, in the opening game on Saturday at 4 p.m. or their opening game, I should say, at 4 p.m. as Hango delivers outside for ball 1 to Larson. And it was an 11-4 loss for the Scarlets against the Bucks on the first day. Hengis will find the plate on that one, and it's 1-1 on the count. And the throw to first. That one was close. Kurgan there at first. Bob Allen, our first base official, says safe. So with the loss to the Scarlets, or to the Bucks, the Scarlets would go to the loser side of the bracket as this one's popped into the gap towards left field. Johnson will have it, and there's 2 outs. Bridger Johnson getting some work over there in left field to start the game. Runner at first will stay. And we've got 2 outs. Brings up Jaron Wilcox for the Scarlets with 2 outs and a runner at first. And Hengis with the throw over to first. Mavericks are going to need some mistake-free baseball in this game. Here's a foul ball into the netting to start out Wilcox with strike 1. Mavericks taking the season series against the Scarlets. As we go back to first. Here's the pitch by Hengis. And it's over the plate for a strike. 0-2 on the count for Wilcox. So the Scarlets take on the Lakers yesterday morning, and it would be an 8-inning game decided in favor of the Scarlets, 6-4. Hengis outside for a ball, 1-2 on the count. Wilcox settles back in, Rohrer at first. Here's Hango. And this one will be fouled down the third base line on a short bounce. And we stay. 1 and 2. Yesterday's game against the Lakers, the Scarlets would get out early, and then the Lakers would climb back into it late and actually pick up a run in the bottom of the 7th to force extra innings as time is called by Wilcox. Here's Hangus now. And this one's going to be just past Bay. It'll roll into center field, and the Scarlets will have runners at first and second. Brings up Corey Brownson for the Scarlets. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Top of the first. Here's the pitch by Hangus. And it'll be delivered for ball 1. Colby Kimmett in the on-deck circle for the Scarlets. And a ripped foul ball over the concourse on the third base line. We go to 1 and 1 on the count. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Corey Brownson at the plate. Here's the pitch, and it'll come in low for ball 2 and 1. Seven o'clock game will be the Bucks and the Royals. Number 2 seeded Bucks and the number 5 seeded Royals. Outside pitch builds to 3 and 1. Adam Hoost, Scarlets manager, down the third base line. Here's Hangus with the pitch, and it's over the plate to get us a full count at 3 and 2. Getting some Royals players in the building as they'll get ready for the 7 o'clock game. There was some of the young man here early this morning when I came in. We had our first game at 1, but I was here at 10. As this one is a high rip into right field. Frazier searches for it in the sun, but it's Hill that'll grab it, and the runners are left behind. Mavericks get to bat in the bottom of the first right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It's the bottom of the first inning, scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We've got the Mavericks and the Scarlets on the field. Winner go home with this matchup. We already have one team that has left the tournament today. That would be the Helena Senators, falling to the Lethbridge Elks 4-1 in the game before this one. So the Elks, they await the outcome for tomorrow. Now, the way it is drawn up on the schedule here is that the Elks, having the win, they would face the loser of the Bucks and the Royals game. But if the Royals win or lose, well, that'll have to change things up because the Elks and the Royals played the opening day, and, well, you don't want to have the same teams playing again. You got to have these guys fight it out against some fresh faces. Brendan Hill at the plate now for the Mavericks. Andy Larson on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And Larson ready to toss in the first pitch of the inning. And he'll deliver over the plate for strike 1. Brendan Hill, a graduate of Sentinel High School in Missoula, Montana in 2019. Bunt laid down the third base line. Hill will race it out, and it's a trip and fall by Brooks Rohr, and the runner will reach for the Mavericks, and the Mavericks have a runner at first to start the game. We'll see if they're going to call an error, and they will have that error on Rohr.
The right fielder, number 7, Dane Frazier.
Brings up Dane Frazier for the Mavericks, and Boost is going to come out and discuss something with our plate umpire, Prokop, Ron Prokop. He's one of the umpires I have not been able to converse with yet this weekend. I try to get in touch with all of the umpires and talk to them and hear their story. It's always interesting to hear the stories. Bob Allen, who's at first base, he was telling me that he's excited about the fact that I record these games because in 40 years of umpiring, he has never seen his call of the game, so he's interested. With Hoos tucked back into the dugout, Larson will deliver the first pitch to Frazier, and it'll be ball 1. The stretch and set by Larson. And it'll be ball 2 against Frazier. Dane Frazier, a 2019 graduate of Sentinel High School. Both Dane and Brendan Hill, who's at first, will be taking their athletics to the collegiate level this fall. Here's Larson, and Frazier will foul it into the netting for strike 1, 2-1 on the count to Dane Frazier. For the next game, our officiating crew will expand to a 4-man crew, and from tonight's game at 7 o'clock through the rest, it will be a 4-man crew. And Frazier with another foul ball will bring us to an even count at 2 apiece. Would like to say hello to the golden voice of summer for the Missoula Mavericks. That would be Paul Yarbrough. He's watching and listening in. Hashtag Our Town is Superior. Paul getting ready to head south. He's going to be in California for the Western Regional Tournament. He'll be doing PA for that. Upstairs pitch takes us to a full count at 3-2. And if you want to see a man as excited as a kid in a candy store, you should converse with Paul about his trip and everything that's going on in the past 5 years, I believe, that he's been. Maybe it's 5 of 7 years that he's done the regional. Here's a swing and a strike, and they'll have safe at second. Frazier will be struck out, and Hill will have the stolen base at second, and there's one away, and here comes Hoos to come out and discuss this one with the umpire out there, and that would be Craig Barbie, and he'll send Hoost back to the dugout. 1 out for Trad Richardson now. And Hoost with a comment to the plate umpire as he heads back to the dugout. So we get Trad Richardson for the Mavericks with 1 on, 1 out. Andy Larson delivers the first pitch to Richardson, and it's fouled off high and hard over the restrooms down the first base line, and it'll bring up strike 1. Trad, the lone AA member from Frenchtown High School for the Mavericks. He is a 2019 graduate. Pitch on a plate will bring up strike 2, 0-2 on the count. Here's the stretch and set by Larson. And Richardson with a blooper foul into the third row. And we'll stay at 0-2 on the count to the shortstop. Trad, a multi-sport athlete, as he played soccer through his high school career. A kicker for that Frenchtown football program. As we go outside for ball 1 to Richardson. Played basketball the first couple of years and then has concentrated on baseball. Hill at second, 1 out, 1-2 to Richardson. And Richardson will take this one into center field. Hill will hop on the gas, hit the brakes at third, and it's runners on the corners with 1 out for the Mavericks. Brings up the left fielder, Bridger Johnson.
The left fielder, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Wilcox steps in front of the plate to signal the field with runners on the corners. Johnson settling in. Here's the pitch by Larson, and it's over the plate for strike 1. Oh and 1 on the count. Johnson, a Sentinel High School student in Missoula, as he'll take a swing for strike 2, 0-2 on the count. But he's been a great addition to this AA squad this year. This is his first year at the AA level, and he's found himself a home out there in left field. Played well out there. Here's Larson with the 0-2, and it's upstairs for ball 1. 1-2. Bat has been consistent as he has found himself top 3 in several categories offensively. And here's Johnson. He'll have this one to second. The throw down the line to first will beat out the runner, and that will end the side. The Scarlets hold off the Mavericks. Top of 2 right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Kobe Kimmett steps to the plate, and the first pitch of the inning will be fouled off by Kimmett for strike 1. Kimmett at the plate puts Aaron Seward on deck. Zach Hangus will toss the second pitch of the inning from the 5 Valor pitcher's mound, and this one's fouled off to get us to strike 2, 0-2. I see some former and current Billings West athletes coming in to cheer on their former Billings athletes. This one's bounced to Kerrigan. Kerrigan will win the race to the bag, and the ground out to the first baseman will be the first out of the inning. That brings up Aaron Seward. Seward, sorry. And Hangus will deliver ball 1 to Seward. Blasted foul, high and deep over the third base concourse. And we'll have strike 1, a 1-1 on the count to Seward. So the Mavericks' path through the tournament, they would take down Great Falls in the first day, second game of the first day. It would be a 9-1 win over the Chargers. And we get a ball pitch to make it 2-1 on the count. So that would put them against the Royals last night in the 7 o'clock game. Inside pitch to bring up ball 3, 3-1. And it would be the Royals coming out on top, 5-2. As this one's ripped foul and we get a full count, 3-2. Full count to to Seward. Nobody on, 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch by Hango. And it'll be a walk. Brings up Caden Dowler for the Scarlets. 1 on, 1 out. Top of 2. Scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Dowler will settle in. And a check swing will result in a foul ball for strike 1. Zach Hangus on the 5 Valley Idol pitcher's mound. He's been a great addition to the AA squad. I watched him a little bit in a couple of games last year as this one forces the batter off the plate for ball 1, 1-1 on the count. I always try to sneak into a couple of A games and check out the talent as I do play-by-play for the Mavericks throughout the season. This one's punched straight up the stairs. Currigan searches for it in the sun, and he'll put it in the glove. And the infield fly will have the batter out, bringing up the second out of the inning. Takes us to the bottom of the order for the Scarlets. Nate Dewar. 1 on and 2 outs. Seward standing at first. Here's Hangus with the pitch. Comes inside for a ball. But I always like to check out the talent coming up, the possible talent coming up for the Mavericks. Hangus was one that stood out for me. Of course, I've seen him perform in other spots as this one's hit into center field. Hill will track it down and the inning is over. 1 left behind. We stay scoreless. Bottom of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless between the Scarlets and the Mavericks. Andy Larson on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. The Mavericks will have the 5-6-7 batters. Charlie Kurgan to lead off for the Mavericks. This is the second game of 3 today. The first one would result in the Lethbridge Elks beating the Helena Senators 4-1, so the Elks move on. The Senators' 2019 season is now over in the books. The next game comes up at 7 o'clock. That is the Bozeman Bucks and the Billings Royals. The current game is a win or go home game. Here's the pitch by Larson to start the inning. And Kurgan will hit this one foul. It's going to be out of play. And we'll have strike one to the first baseman. So Kurgan will settle back in, and Larson will deliver the 0-1. And this one's into the glove of the shortstop. Great play by Dueller on the line drive to hop and grab, and that's one away. The Scarlets have moved Kobe Croft out of that shortstop position. He played shortstop in the first 2 games, did Crawford, and racked himself up quite a few errors, so Hoost making the change. We get Stuart Long, the designated hitter now for the Mavericks. And it's over the plate for strike one to Stewie. Stuart Long, first year at the AA level for the Mavericks. He's been a great one to watch. Here's the pitch. And a foul ball ripped past Mosier at third will bring up strike two, 0-2 on the count. Brent Hathaway at first for the Mavericks, the manager, longtime manager, 29 seasons. Outside pitch brings up ball 1-2 to Long. Stewart, though, has been at shortstop for the Mavericks in the designated hitter spot for this game, and a ball pitch will take us to 2-2 on the count. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle with 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second, scoreless. And we'll get ball 3 to go to a full count to Stuart Long. Larson with a deep breath and the stretch. And Hengis will be struck out swinging. 2 away now in the second. Takes us to Drew Stensrud for the Mavericks. Stensrud settling in. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the second. And a pitch on the plate by Larson will bring up strike one. Stensrud found himself a place at third base as this one comes over the plate for strike two. Oh and 2 now to the third baseman. He worked hard to get into that third base spot. This is his first year at the AA level, and we go upstairs for ball 1 now. 1-2 on the count. Larson with a deep breath and the pitch. And Stensrud will be struck out, back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. We go to the top of the third. Zeros on the scoreboard. Back after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN. The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at Dealer Park in Billings, Montana for the 2019 Legion AA State Baseball Tournament. Mavericks and Scarlets on the diamond. It's Brooks Rohr, the top of the order in the top of the third for the Scarlets. Hangus will deliver the first pitch of the inning, and it's swung on for strike one. So for Brooks Rohr, it was a hit by pitch in his first at-bat, as he'll rip this one foul for strike two. Hangus with the stretch and set. Brings up ball one, 1-2. For Rohr last night yesterday against Kalispell, as he struck out swinging by Hangus, bringing up Logan Myers, so we'll get to Rohr later on.
The center fielder, number 3, Logan Myers.
So one away, nobody on, top of the third. Logan Myers settles in. Hangus with the delivery, and it's over the plate for strike one. Logan Meyer, a line drive out in his first at-bat, as Hangus will deliver the 0-1. This one's popped foul, and we'll go to strike two, 0-2. For Meyer yesterday against Kalispell, 0 for 4, was struck out. He faces the 0-2, and it's just off the plate for ball one, 1-2. Meyer, though, the center fielder for today's matchup. And a ripped ball foul, and that one is going to be right at a fan. And we stay at 1-2. A lot of talk in Major League Baseball right now about having some netting all the way down the line just for situations like that. Here's another ball. This one's down the first base line and will land just out of play. And we stay at 1-2. Teams slowly in the major leagues putting those nets up along the seating areas. Keep the balls off the players. There recently was a 3-year-old that was hit by a baseball. I don't remember which club it was. This one's into left field. Bridger Johnson has to back up on it, and it's over his glove at the track, around the corner now, and Meyer will stand up at second on the double. Takes us to Andy Larson. For the Scarlets with 1 out, 1 on, top of the third. Larson settles in. Hangus now with the stretch and set. And a swing will bring up strike one to Larson. Larson struck out a fly out his first at bat. He's got 0-1 with a runner at second. Here's a hit into left field. This one, Johnson does have the track on it, and there's 2 away. The runner will go to third. Meyer will now stand at third with 2 outs. We come to the catcher, Jaron Wilcox, for the Scarlets. 2 outs, top of the third. Angus now with the stretch and set. And a swing will bring up strike 1 for Wilcox, a single his first at bat. Wilcox would go 2 for 4 against the Lakers, 2 runs and an RBI, as this one's ripped foul into the third base dugout. The Mavericks have the third base dugout, and according to the rules, the home team, who is the highest seeded team, will always have that third baseline dugout. Here's Angus outside for ball 1, 1-2. Logan Meyer stands at third, 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 by Angus. And it's a drop third strike. The throw down the line, and that will end the inning. So a runner stranded keeps the score at 0. We'll be back with the Mavericks portion of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses, don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We get the bottom of the third inning in a scoreless game. The Scarlets do have 2 hits. The Mavericks 1. An error on the side of the Scarlets, with the Scarlets leaving 4 behind and the Mavericks 1. The Mavericks will have the 8-9 batters. Andrew Clausen will be at the plate with Dayton Bay on deck. Bottom of the third, scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Andy Larson ready to go on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound.
Leading off for the Mavericks, the catcher, number 14, Andrew Clausen.
So Clausen now settling at the plate. Here's the first pitch of the inning. And Clausen will swing for strike 1. Here's the stretch and set. And it'll be low, ball 1. 1-1 on the count to Clausen. Andrew Clausen, the youngest player for the Mavericks that has played through the season. Now they have 3 players that have moved up from the A level, as Clausen will bang this one shallow. Second baseman will come over, and DeWar has it in the glove. 1 out on the board. Brings up the bottom of the order, Dayton Bay for the Mavericks. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch, and Bay will swing for strike 1. Larson with a nod, and now the stretch. Comes set. And Bay with a bunt, and this is going to be dropped by, no, the catcher's got it. And that's 2 away. Great play at the plate by Wilcox on the bunt. Swings us to the top of the order with 2 outs for the Mavericks to Brendan Hill. Larson now settling in. Here's the pitch. And Hill will rip this one right up the gut. It'll roll and hop at second. And Brendan Hill will find himself on base for the second time today, reaching off an error. His first at bat.
The right fielder, number 7, Dane Frazier.
Takes us to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. Larson checks Hill at first, and now the pitch. That one's going to get away from Wilcox, and Brendan Hill will have the free base on the wild pitch. So Frazier now 1-0 on the count. Larson delivers, and it's outside for ball 2. Dane Frazier, part of the home run club for the Mavericks. He is the leader in the club with 3 on the season. Larson checking Hill at second. And this one Wilcox has got to, and they're going to say it hit Frazier. And runners at first and second with 2 outs for the Mavericks. After the hit by pitch. Brings up Terad Richardson for the Mavericks. Here's the stretch and set by Larson. And it's upstairs for Richardson. Trad, a single. His first at-bat. He's got Frazier at first and Hill at second. We'll see how aggressive Hathaway gets here with runners on and 2 outs. Richardson will swing, foul ball. Brings up strike 1, 1-1 on the count. Trad going on to college this fall and playing baseball. Has to report no later than August 16th as we get ball 2 to Richardson, 2-1. Richardson, part of that home run club for the Mavericks. He has 2 on the season. Ripped one against the Bitterroot Red Sox, and then in Rapid City took one over the fence and into the creek where it floated away. Trad was kind of sad about that one. He went to retrieve the ball from behind the fence after the game, and well, there's a river that runs behind the stadium there. It's the ball had gone into the river and it disappeared. Pitch upstairs brings us to ball 3, 3-1 to Richardson. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks, 2 outs on the board. Here's the stretch and set by Larson. And it's a walk to load the bases. And that'll bring out Hoost, who will check in with his pitcher. Bridger Johnson will come to the plate when the conference is over. We've got the State A tournament going on right now as well in Florence, Montana. And you can catch that right here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Go to MPSN406.com and go to the live stream tab at the top of the page, and you'll select the option to watch the A tournament. Coleman Caton down there making that call. And Coleman, a former Bitterroot Buck, he was excited about the opportunity to call the tournament, being a former Buck, graduate of Florence High School, participated with the Montana Diggers football program before coming to the U of M. Here's Larson with the pitch to Johnson, and it'll be ball one. Andy Larson, 44 pitches into the game here in the bottom of the third. He's got 26 of them as strikes. Loaded bases. Here's the pitch. And Johnson lays off for strike one. 1-1 on the count. Next game at 7. It's the Bucks and the Royals. Here's the pitch by Larson. And it's delivered in the dirt. It's going to roll away. Hill comes home, and the Mavericks will jump on the board first. 1-0 off the wild pitch. We'll have ball two.
Work together, guys.
Johnson now 2-1 on the count. The Mavericks scratching onto the scoreboard, 1-0. And here comes Frazier. The pitch, and Frazier will slide in. They'll say safe. Frazier gets it at home. He'll take third. And they say safe. Hoost will come out and argue the call. Wilcox says, I had the ball. Frazier stealing home. And Hoost will be sent back to the dugout. That's how aggressive Hathaway is going to get as we get ball three here in a win-or-go-home game. So Trad Richardson stands at third. 2 outs on the board, and Bridger Johnson 3-1. Larson delivers, and it's over the plate to get us a full count at 3-2. Mavericks on the board, 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. Larson with the stretch and set. And it'll be a strikeout to end the inning. The Mavericks get 2 runs to take the lead on the scoreboard. We'll be back with the top of the fourth after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
The Chris Stratton Show is Missoula's resource for local high school sports. Get fresh takes like...
But this year shows a lot of difference. We're all working together. We're having fun. We're competing. No injuries. And I think we're just there.
Get the rest of the show by downloading the podcast on iTunes or at www.thechrisstrattonshow.com.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We've got the top of the fourth inning with Corey Brownson to lead off. Zach Hangus is on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. Here's the first pitch of the inning, and it'll be fouled away for strike one to Brownson. So the Mavericks score 2 runs in the bottom of the third, as this one's delivered in for ball one, 1-1 on the count. And the Mavericks get the lead in the third. Here's the 1-1, and it's ripped into center field. That ball came off the bat on a curve. Hill will have it in the glove, though, and we'll have one away into center field. Brings up Colby Kimmett now for the Scarlets. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 4th. 7-inning game on all of our tournament games as Hangus will deliver over the plate for strike 1. Outside pitch makes it even at 1 on the count. Aaron Seward in the on-deck circle for the Scarlets. And this one's golfed over the head of Richardson. He tries to track it down, but it'll land shallow in the gap, and that's a runner on for the Scarlets with 1 out. Aaron Seward now for the Scarlets. Top of 4. Seward settles in. And this one's into left field. It's got some leg on it. Johnson's back, has it at the warning track, and that will be 2 outs.
All right, Caden, here we go.
With Kimmett staying at first. Takes us to Caden Dowler now for the Scarlets. Runner at first in Kimmett, 2 outs. Hangus with the stretch and set. And this one's hit towards the gate down the third base line for a foul ball, strike 1. Bottom of the order in the on-deck circle. For the Scarlets. A bouncer picked up by Richardson. He'll have the toss to second, and that will end the inning. Mavericks hold off the Scarlets. It's the bottom of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We have the bottom of the 4th inning where the Mavericks lead the Scarlets 4-0 in Game 10 of the 2019 AA Legion State Tournament. Hello, everyone. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As Andy Larson warms up on the 5 Valley Yellow pitcher's mound, the Mavericks have the lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Mavericks, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters. Charlie Kurgan to lead off. Stuart Long on deck, and Drew Stensrud is in the hole. Larson will get the ball from Rohr, the third baseman, as they have a comment to each other. Both squads wearing the stirrup socks in today's matchup. Love the old school look. Maybe it's not old school, but to me, it is. Here's the pitch by Larson, and Kurgan will slice for strike 1. Kurgan with a line drive for an out, his first at-bat. He moved up from the A squad at the end of the season to join the AA for the tournament. Mavericks manager Hathaway, as this one's ripped into the backstop. Foul for strike 2. Wanting to utilize that offensive bat of Kurgan's. He was hot earlier this summer. I know before 4th of July, he was right around 6 home runs on the season. Here's Larson with the pitch, 0-2. And Kurgan will lay off for ball 1. Mavericks having to deal with some injuries and various things this summer. and have played with limited numbers. Well, not too limited, I mean, as Kurrigan will have this one hop out. They're going to call that foul, and we'll stay 1 and 2. But with the state tournament coming and the roster opening up, well, it gave the opportunity for some of the stars at the A level to come up. Mavericks bringing up, and I'll bring up those names, as this one's across the knees for ball 2, 2 and 2 on the count. Sky Palmer would come up, Adam Jones, as well as Kurrigan. And there is one more as we get 3 and 2 on the count to Kurrigan. Cooper, and I can't remember what his last name is. Let me bring up my other lineup here. Number 16, Cooper Elliott. Here's Kurrigan. This one's going to hop into the glove. Great play by the second baseman, Dewar, to get over there and slide for the pop fly out. That's one away as we get Stuart Long for the Mavericks. Long settling in. Here's the pitch by Larson. And Stewie will slice for strike 1. Stewart, a swinging strikeout, his first at bat. Here's the stretch and set by Larson. And this one's going to be hit into right field. Long will have it hop in front of the right fielder, and Stuart Long is on base for the Mavericks. Off the long draw down the first base line. Brings up the third baseman, Drew Stensrud, for the Mavericks. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of 4. Here's the pitch by Larson, and Stens will send this one into the crowd for strike 1, 0-1-1. Stensrud struck out swinging his first at bat. Here's the stretch and set by Larson. And a check swing that will be ball 1. 1-1 on the count to Stensrud. Stensrud has been a fun guy. He's one of the younger guys. I always like to mess with him. And I remember last year the Mavericks were at one of the downtown events recruiting as we get ball 2 to Stensrud. And there were 2 young men that stuck out at the table that night as I went over and conversed with them. I don't remember what the event was at Karis Park, downtown Missoula, but the Mavericks were set up at the park. They were recruiting for athletes, as the pitch over the plate will bring us to 2 and 2 on the count. But Stensrud and Jake Lentner were 2 young men that stood out. Both of them, once I mentioned who I was, they were quick to make comments and get excited about the upcoming year of possibly playing at the AA level and having their games called. This one will come off the bat and out of play, and we'll stay at 2 and 2 to Stensrud. And then this year on various trips where I've been out with the team and been around the team as well, he's always one to come up and say, "Hey Chris, how's it going? How are you doing?" We were in Rapid City and he messed with me a little bit. Him and Caden Jordan playing tricks on me, but that's okay. Here's the 2 and 2 by Larson, and Stensrud will rip it away foul, and we stay at 2 and 2. The young people at the stadium here racing for the foul balls as you get free Buffalo Wild Wings with the foul ball. Here's Larson with the stretch and set, and the 2 and 2. And Kurrigan will stay alive with the foul ball. Stuart Long at first. 1 out on the board. Bottom of the 4th. Mavericks lead 2-0. It's 2 runs off of 2 hits for the Mavericks, no errors, and 2 runners left behind. The Scarlets, no runs off of 3 hits. They have 1 error, and they've left 5 runners on. As Wilcox has got a stretch for this one, and we get a full count at 3-2. Wilcox has had to do a little bit of work behind the plate to keep the ball in front of him. Here's the pitch by Larson. Nope, he's going to throw to first, and Long will jump back on the bag. Full count to Stensrud, 1 out on the board. We are at 1 hour officially into the game here in the bottom of the 4th. Next game comes up at 7. That's the Bucks and the Royals. Here's the payoff pitch, and Stens will swing for the strikeout, and there's 2 away.
The catcher, number 14, Andrew Clausen.
Brings up Andrew Clausen now for the Mavericks. 2 outs and a runner at first. Larson with the stretch. And it'll be high for ball 1. Andrew Clausen a fly out his first at bat. And they'll throw to first as Long jumps back on the bag. We'll be down to 4 teams tomorrow. The Lethbridge Elks, the first team to make it in to the semifinal portion of the weekend, as a foul ball will bring up strike 1. Tomorrow's schedule will be determined on how today turns out, as teams that have faced each other may possibly work into the bracket the way that it's set up, so they'll kind of Rochambeau things. Here's Clausen with a rip down the first base line. It'll be foul into the second row. And will be 1-2 to Clausen. Got a great deal going on here at the tournament. Buffalo Wild Wings, one of the sponsors for the tournament, also sponsoring the Scarlets and the Royals. Here's Larson with the pitch on the 1-2. And that one's going to tag the batter. Runners at first and second. Clausen getting on off the hit by pitch. And with 2 outs, we get the bottom of the order, Dayton Bay for the Mavericks. But Buffalo Wild Wings giving away free wings for foul balls. That's pretty cool. Little event. We've got a warm day here in Billings at Dealer Park. Projected to be at 95, and I know it's got to be pretty close to that. I was getting heckled by the umpires this morning. As the pitch over the plate will bring up strike 1. I am staying in the same hotel as the umpires. And went down for breakfast this morning, and they were down there. I was saying, oh man, it's going to be a warm one. They're like, you get out of here. Here's the pitch, and Bay over the head of the third baseman. They'll wave around Stewie. He'll make his way home as the throw is made, and the Mavericks will have a run on the board to make it 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. That takes us to the top of the order. We've got 91 degrees here in Billings, 10-mile-an-hour wind. Tomorrow back up into the mid to upper 90s once again. Looks like red flag warnings west of us here. Southwest, looks like right around outside of Missoula and the Helena area. So Hill will have 1-1 on the count. For Brendan Hill, reached off an error his first at-bat and then singled his last at-bat. And I'm lucky to see these athletes at multiple sports, as Hill will rip this one foul. It'll be into the grassy area down the first baseline. But Hill, one of those athletes that I've really enjoyed. I never really show favoritism to any specific athlete, but Hill's one that I've really enjoyed watching. He's been a slot receiver for the Sentinel football program since he moved into the since he started at the Sentinel High School. Here's Larson now with the 1 and 2 to Hill. And Hill showing bunt. This one gets away, and Bay will go ahead and take the base as the ball rolls into the grass. And they're going to say strike 3 to Hill. They're going to go ahead and throw to first and step on the bag just to verify. And here comes Hathaway to discuss the situation. This is the second play in 2 days that Hill has been involved with a controversial play, not at his fault at all. But Hathaway is going to go over to first and talk to Bob Allen about the play there. Looked like it was a foul ball off the plate. Last night we had the same kind of call, foul ball off the plate. Hathaway not happy. And we'll be at 2 and 2 on the count. So Hill will come back to the plate with a 2 and 2 count. Runners at second and third. Larson now with the pitch, and we'll build to a full count at 3 and 2. Larson with the stretch and set, and the payoff pitch. A bouncer over Larson's head. The shortstop gets to it. Hill down the line, and the ball beats Hill out. Inning over. Mavericks score 1, leave 2, and it's 3-0 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the 5th after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City. What?
New York City! Mm-hmm. The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We've got the top of the 5th inning. Mavericks leading the Scarlets 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. The Scarlets up to bat. It'll be the bottom of the order. Nate Dwar. At the plate for the Scarlets. Zach Angus on the 5 Valular pitcher's mound for his 5th inning of duty. Here's the pitch by Hango, and it'll be swung on for strike 1 by Dwar. Dwar with a line drive out, his first at bat. Angus delivers. That one's off the plate. Makes it even at 1 apiece. Top of the order in the on-deck circle for the Scarlets. Angus at 60 pitches, 41 of them over the plate. And that'll bring up ball 2. This one's beat foul and will be 2-2 on the count. Dewar settling back in. Here's Hangus now with the pitch. Upstairs, and we get a full count at 3-2. And this one will be hit high, shallow, and Kurrigan puts it in the glove on the pop fly. And that's 1 out. Top of the order now for the Scarlets. Brooks Roar. Hangus with the stretch and set. Pitch delivered, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Roar hit by a pitch to reach his first at-bat and then struck out swinging. This one's upstairs to bring us to ball 1, 1-1 on the count. Hangus on the plate, brings up strike 2, 1-2 to the third baseman. And a dinger down the foul line will keep us at 1-2. So 2 games tomorrow, 4 and 7 right here on MPSN. And it'll be a drop third strike down the ball, and that's 2 away.
Here, Logan.
Brings up Logan Meyer now for the Scarlets with 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 3, Logan Meyer.
Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Andy Larson in the on-deck circle, 2 outs, nobody on. And a foul ball into the netting will bring up strike 1, a 1-1 on the count to Meyer. Meyer with a line drive his first at-bat and then doubled his last. This one will roll out past Stensrud into left field, and the rolling ball will put a runner at first for the Scarlets.
Pitcher number 18, Andy Larson.
2 outs. Runner at first. Top of 5. Andy Larson at the plate. Here's the pitch by Hangus. Actually, he's going to go to first. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1, a 1-0 to Larson. Larson a fly out on both of his at-bats today. This one he'll rip past Hangus. It'll be picked up by Bay. Bay juggles it, and that's runners at first and second now for the Scarlets with 2 outs. Brings us Jaron Wilcox with the right pink helmet. That pink helmet was making the rounds yesterday against the Lakers. Wilcox settling in, runners at first and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Hangus, and it's swung on for a foul ball, strike 1. Hangus at 75 pitches so far. He leans in, gets the pitch from Clausen. And it's inside for a ball, 1-1. 2 outs, runners on at first and second. Larson at first, Meyer at second. And Wilcox will take this one for a ride into left field. Johnson is back there. It's in the glove, and the inning is over. Runners left behind. Mavericks hold on. It's 3-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Mavericks leading 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard over the Billings Scarlets. Andy Larson on the mound for the Scarlets, warming up. The Mavericks will have Dane Frazier to lead off, so the 2, 3, 4 batters on the schedule here in the 5th. The third and final game of the day is coming up at 7 p.m. That will be the number 2 seeded Bozeman Bucks and the number 5 seeded Billings Royals. So Frazier will step into the box. Here's the pitch by Larson. And Frazier will lay off for ball 1. Frazier struck out swinging his first at-bat and then was hit by a pitch his last at-bat. Larson with the delivery. And that's on the plate to go 1-1. For Andy Larson, 79 pitches, 48 over the plate. As Frazier will foul this one away to go 1-2 on the count. Frazier with his grandparents here, his mother's parents in the crowd. Here's Larson with the delivery. And a swing will strike out Frazier for the first out of the inning. We'll get Trad Richardson now for the Mavericks. 1 out, nobody on. Andy Larson, though, 4 innings pitched, 4 1/3 now. 3 runs off of 4 hits, all 3 earned, a walk and 5 strikeouts, a 5.25 ERA. And the first pitch to Richardson will be in for ball 1. Richardson, a single his first at-bat and then walked his last. Here's Larson with the 1-0. And it'll bring up ball 2. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle. Larson with a nod, and now the stretch. Foul ball hit right at us. That one made me flinch, folks. Brings up strike 1. 2-1 on the count. to Richardson. Good reason to flinch, though. I know the netting's there, but if you've ever been at Lindbergh Craig Field up in the press box, well, sometimes the ball likes to sneak over the backstop and come into the press box. As we get ball 3-1 to Richardson. My first season doing Mavericks baseball coverage, it was like the second, maybe third game, I would actually have to hit the deck as a ball came in hot. And Richardson, a line drive into the glove of Dowler, and that's 2 away. That's the second time Dowler has robbed a run, or robbed a hit from the Mavericks. And that's 2 away. Bridger Johnson now for the Mavericks. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. Larson with the pitch. High in the zone, ball 1. Larson takes a moment. Gets the pitch from Wilcox. Wilcox set behind the plate. Pitch on the way. And Johnson bounces this one out. Third baseman on the hop. The throw to first, and the bag is stuck before the runner. And that's the inning. Top of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Let's get some runs.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning here at Dealer Park. Missoula Mavericks leading the Billings Scarlets 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Corey Brownson at the plate to start the inning. And Brownson will rip the first pitch by Hangus. It'll be in the glove of Johnson, and the out in left field. 1 pitch, 1 out, just like Hathaway drew it up. Brings up Colby Kimmett now for the Scarlets. And this one will bounce into center field. And with 1 out, the Scarlets will have a runner at first. Brings up Aaron Seward with a 1 out, 1 on. And Stuart Long now in the bullpen warming up for the Mavericks. Here's a roller to Stensrud. He'll go to second, down the line to first to beat out the runner, and it's there. Double play, turns the side, and we go to the bottom of the 6th just like that. Back after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Chris Stratton Show is Missoula's resource for local high school sports. Get fresh takes like...
But this year shows a lot of difference. We're all working together. We're having fun. We're competing. No injuries. And I think we're just there.
Get the rest of the show by downloading the podcast on iTunes or at www.thechrisstrattonshow.com.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We've got the bottom of the 6th inning where the Mavericks are leading 3-0 over the Billings Scarlets. Andy Larson is on the 5 Valley Outdoor pitcher's mound, warming up. For the Mavericks, it's the 5, 6, 7 batters, Kurrigan, Long, and Stensrud. We did see Stuart Long in the bullpen down the third baseline, warming up in that last half inning, with Hangus at 80 pitches. It might be time to take a look that direction. So Charlie Kurrigan will come to the plate for the Mavericks. The Scarlets, no runs off of 6 hits. The Mavericks, 3 runs off of 4 hits. Kurrigan steps in, and Larson will have the first pitch of the inning. Outside for a ball. For Kurrigan, 0 for 2, a line drive and a fly out. And he'll see ball 2, 2-0. Royals and Bucks up next. The Royals just finishing up their batting practice as they come down the concourse on the third base side. Here's Kurrigan into right field, and the right fielder will have the diving catch to put out Kurrigan. Great play by Kimmett. And that's 1 away. And Larson at 93. The magic number is 95. That's why they are announcing 93, and there is an arm up in the Scarlets bullpen now. And the first pitch to Stuart Long will be in for ball 1. Ben Egan in the bullpen for the Scarlets, warming up. 1-0 on the count to Long. And that'll be strike 1, 1-1 on the count. Stuart Long, a strikeout and a single on his game. Here's the pitch now by Larson. And Long will swing for strike 2, 1-2. And Stensrud, who's on deck, will go ahead and clear the ball from behind the plate. One got away from the bullpen down the first base line for the Scarlets. A little unusual situation for the bullpen. I know there's limited space in a ballpark, but the bullpen here at Dealer, as Long will be struck out on the swing for 2 outs. Brings up Drew Stensrud, but the bullpen is part of the foul territory here at Dealer Park. Dealer Park, the home of the Billings Royals and the Billings Scarlets, as well as MSU Billings baseball program, as Larson will deliver to Stensrud, ball 1. And last but not least, the Billings Mustangs. Osprey fan in the house, so it's hashtag beat Billings. For Stensrud, back-to-back strikeouts swinging. He's got 1-0 on the count. Here's Larson with the pitch. And this one will hop over the backstop, foul, and will be 1-1 on the count. Pitch on the way. And it's upstairs for ball 2, 2-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And we'll get strike 2. 2-2. Stensrud, the third baseman, gaining confidence out there on the defensive side of the ball. Stensrud has throughout the season. With Richardson moving from third to shortstop, Stensrud's had to have the take out there, and we'll have a full count at 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of 6. Stensrud settles in. And Larson will deliver the payoff pitch. And I guess I'm ahead of my count, 3-2 now. Ben Egan continues to warm up in the bullpen. Here's Larson with the pitch. And it's a walk. No, they're going to say strike 3, and the inning is over. Scarlets get to bat in the top of the 7th. They've got some work to do, down 3-0. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Hey, are you gonna try that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
No way. They don't care what we eat. They serve pizza and bagels, and the owners are in New York City.
What? New York City? That really tans my hide.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. It's the top of the 7th. Caden Dowler at the plate. He'll foul off the first pitch by Zach Hangus for strike 1. Mavericks leading 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Top of the 7th, though it's all or nothing for the Scarlets. Here's Hangus with the second pitch, and we'll go even at 1 apiece. For Hangus, 81 pitches, 56 over the plate as this one's banged foul for strike 2. Hangus, 6 innings, no runs, 6 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts, has a 0 ERA. As the foul ball will bring up strike 2. And that is the out on the strikeout, on the swing, I should say. 1 away.
Now pitching for the Scarlets, number 4, Christian Michelson.
So the Scarlets will move a new batter in. Hoost going and pulling out Christian Michelson. Stuart Long in the bullpen down the third base line, warming up. He's warming up, getting warmed up by Cooper Elliott. Here's a foul ball by Michelson into the backstop to bring up strike 1. Swung on to bring up strike 2. 0-2 on the count. 1 out, nobody on. Top of 7. This one's punched straight up in the air. Clausen trips, and it'll be out of play into the 7th row. And we stay 0-2. So we reload. Michelson's going to go ahead and tie his shoe.
797. 769-797. The blue pitch
And that's a hit by pitch to put a runner on for the Scarlets with one out. So that takes us to Brooks Roar, top of the order for the Scarlets. One out, one on.
The third baseman, number 7, Brooks Roar.
Here's the pitch by Hangus. Comes in low for a ball. Ball 1. Hangus having a great game here for the Mavericks. Swung on to bring up strike 1. 1-1 on the count for Roar. Roar 0 for 2, hit by a pitch his first at bat, struck out swinging, and then a pass ball on his last at bat. Here's Hangus with the pitch. Strike 2. Logan Meyer in the on-deck circle with one out, one on. Hangus with a look towards first. Now the stretch and set. Peeks over his shoulder. And a rip into the glove of Stensrud. He'll have the throw to first, and Hango cannot hold on to it. And that'll be one away.
The winner of the 50-50 pot was Stacy Stensrud.
2 outs.
$75.
As Logan Meyer comes to the plate.
The center fielder, number 3, Logan Meyer.
So the game, the season, in the bat of Meyer with 2 outs and a runner at first. Winner of this game stays alive. The loser will be going home. This one comes off the middle of the bat and not able to get to it. Hill will throw to third, and the ball is just behind the runner. And there's runners on the corners for the Scarlets with 2 outs. Andy Larson at the plate. And Kurrigan's going to walk in and set up looking to expect a bunt. Here's Clausen giving the signal to the field. Stuart Long in the bullpen continues to warm up for the Mavericks. 2 outs. Hango at 93 pitches. Meyer at first. Michelson at third. Here's the set. And Larson into center field. Hill has got a beat on it, and that is game. The Mavericks will move on in the tournament with the 3-0 win over the Billings Scarlets. We'll await who they will play with the outcome of the game tonight. We will have the final game of the day up at 7. Royals and Bucks. We'll be back at 7 p.m., folks. Enjoy the break.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, goodbye.